is a nice question, and is how to make jazzy beats. So I'm not going to make beats here. That's not the intent of this live stream. The idea of this live stream is to answer questions, but I will give you some tools or some recommendations that you can do in terms of chord progressions and the drums that you can use to make your tracks a little bit more jazzy and have that really cool jazz vibe that we like in hip hop. One good artist that you can watch or that you can listen for some inspiration is Guru. He has like I think four what's the word that I'm looking for? He has 4 albums. They are called Jazzmatazz, and they sound really cool. They have a really strong jazzy vibe mixed with hip hop. So I think that's a really cool thing to go and get some knowledge in that sense. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead into FL Studio. And as you can see now, FL Studio is a little bit different. At least I have the full screen here so that you can see pretty much everything. And I think that makes it a little bit easier. And I can always go back here to this live camera. So in FL Studio, let's see. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to try to explain you in terms of like doing a chord progression. And usually in jazz, or if you want to have that jazzy vibe, I would recommend you to do some type of 7th chord. So let's do a chord progression for this one, and I will show you what I mean. So let's do with addictive keys, which is just a normal piano. You could do also this with any piano that you have in your DAW. And let's go here. Let's choose a key. Let's go, for instance, let's go with a simple key. View. Let's go with A minor, which is all the white notes, but let me go to a different one. Let's go to natural. I think this is the one that I'm referring to. So as you can see, all the white notes. Okay, so maybe let's go 1 octave down. Yeah, let's start here between A4 and A5. So let's make a chord progression here. And what we can do is go here to advanced, or to the stamp mode or menu actually. And as you can see, we have major 7th, minor 7th, and we can even go to the 9th. But I would say that if you want to get a jazzy vibe, you can stay between or in these two, the 7th, which is basically a major with an extra note. I think it's the 9th, the 7th note of the, not the 9th, it's the 7th note of the scale. So let's do that, and let's bring this one here, and let's extend this. Oops. Let's select all of them and let's extend them. And let's go maybe 1 octave higher. And you see, we already have this jazzy feel. So if I take this off, and maybe, yeah, this is actually, let's go with this one. So this is a minor. Did I select major? Maybe. So now let's add the 7th. And automatically we get a jazzy vibe. As you can see, this is a normal triad, and with the 7th, it gives this really cool jazzy vibe. So let's expand this chord progression, and we can either go up and go down. I think for this one, I will try to go down. Let's go maybe now with the major. Let's go down again. And maybe we can go, let's do an inversion here. And maybe let's put this one here. Let's see if this sounds cool with the first one. Yeah, that sounds good. So now we have to find something here for the middle. Let's go maybe, let's go here. Let's move these notes around and let's see if this sounds cool. Okay, so basically these are the same notes with just an inversion. And we can maybe try to invert this one. Let's see if this sounds cool. No, I think no. Not, I think no. Let's go maybe a different chord, and let's try this one. And we can also do an inversion. Now sounds better. Okay, as you can see, this sounds jazzy, and especially now, let's take this one and let's make this maybe with a synth. And let's do, let me see, we have here. I was thinking about having some kind of saw synth. Let's go with sawer. Let's see if we have any saw preset here. Let's see. I don't like too much of these synths here. Let's see. Yes. Let's go maybe one octave lower. Oh, this is a monophonic. So let's go. Let's see this default. I like this, so let's maybe take a little bit of the high frequencies. It's too bright here. Let's do a low cut or a low pass. And this sounds better. So now, as you can see, this sounds jazzy, has a really cool jazzy vibe that we could try to make something out of this. And so this is the first tip that I would give, is to do start doing chord progressions with seventh notes, and that usually gives it a more jazzy vibe. And I really like that. This is kind of a trick, let's say. It's not a trick, but if you want to make these lush chords that sound jazzy, you can just quickly add a seventh note and you will get this really cool jazzy vibe. Next up, one of the things that I like to do, especially in hip hop, I like to mix both more hard drums, and I also mix with some jazzy drums. So if we go here, for instance, to the FPC, there's a preset called Jazz Kit HQ, which is high quality jazz kit. And if we load this, you will see that we have a couple of different sounds. So I would use something like this. You know, this could work at least for hi-hats. And this is a really cool thing for hi-hats. You could just, let's do just simple hi-hats, just to start a groove here. Let's see. Let's do maybe a pedal here or the open there. Something like that. I mean, I'm not trying to make a beat here, but the idea is to just add this just load a jazzy kit or a jazz kit, a jazz drum kit. And we can also add a little bit of swing. So already a really cool vibe. Another thing that you can also do is load, for instance, one good thing that I like about Strike, this is a very inexpensive plugin, and it gives us some really cool drum kits. And there are some jazz presets here, so let's listen. You see, using this type of brushes instead of actual, what's the word, the sticks that you use for a drum kit, instead of using that, you can use some type of brushes, And this can really give a jazzy vibe also. You could use loops like this. This can also be a good starting point. But as you can see, using brushes would be a really cool thing also. As you can see, these type of brushes really give that jazz vibe. So this would be my tips on how to make jazzy beats. Just if you want to do some chords, just add the 7th note in the scale, and you will be able to add some really cool lush and really jazzy chord progressions. And if you don't know the 7th chord, you have this option here to use the stamp. So let's see here. This is a minor 7th. As you can see, we can just go here, select the one that we want, and then click whenever or the note that we want, a root note, and it automatically creates a 7th chord for us. And we can even go and play around with some rhythms. Let me see. Let's make you put another one here. And let's see, what can we do? Let's put here, see if this sounds good. Of course, we could also make the rest of the track like that. And let's do something like that. I like that. Let's maybe put this one here. I like that. Da, da, da. So as you can see, it's not that hard to get a jazzy vibe in terms of chord progressions. And of course, then you could just bring some drum kits that are designed for for jazz, or maybe get a drum kit based on brushes instead of normal drumsticks.